guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. So today I am bringing you a what I eat in a day. Now I used to do these quite often last year, but this is going to be my very first one for 2017. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Please be sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you do enjoy it, and of course do not forget to hit the red subscribe button so you do not miss any future videos from me. I hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you very soon. Mwah! So for breakfast this morning, you guessed it, I am making myself an acai bowl. It's one of my absolute go-to breakfasts. I probably have this at least 3 or 4 times a week, at least. So my perfect ratio is actually gonna be 1 cup of water, 1 frozen banana, a half a cup of blueberries, and a half a cup of strawberries. And actually everything is completely frozen. So you're gonna add that to your blender. And then I'm gonna take one of these acai puree packets from Trader Joe's. They're my favorite. I love them, so good. And I'm gonna throw that in there in the blender as well. Now this is completely optional, but I do think that if you can get your greens in any which way, it's best to do that. So I'm gonna put a big handful of spinach in here as well. And you really don't taste it, guys, at all. So I'm gonna blend that up and help it out, kind of scrape down the sides when needed, you know. And by the way, I will link everything below of the equipment that I use. I'm just gonna pour all of this into one of my big bowls, and then it's on to the toppings. Sometimes I change this up, but for the most part, this is what I've been going to, and I love it. I just think it's such a great combo of textures. So I've been loving to add some apples, and it doesn't matter whatever kind you like. This one happens to be a Honeycrisp apple, and that was very good with it. I'm also gonna do the other side with some bananas. And I apologize, I don't have the box to show you, but this is the granola from Trader Joe's. It's the low-fat almond granola. It's so yummy and very crunchy. I'm also gonna put a little bit of coconut flakes. I really like that on it too. And you know what? Actually, a lot of times I add blueberries too. I totally forgot today, but blueberries is a great topping as well. And then I'm also gonna put a little bit extra of sliced almonds. There's a little bit of almond in the granola, but I like a little extra, you know. And then I'm just gonna drizzle the entire thing with some agave nectar. I just love the little sweetness that it gives. And that is breakfast, my friends. And I'm telling you, 3 or 4 times a week minimum. On to lunch today. So I was actually craving lettuce wraps. One of you actually commented that you made some recently, and I was like, oh, you just inspired lunch. So that's what I did. So I'm gonna take some tofu, some water chestnuts, asparagus, onion, zucchini, sugar snap peas, and green onion. Use whatever it is you have though, there's no rules. And I'm just gonna dice all of this up into fairly small pieces. I want everything to be relatively the same size, so that way it does kind of cook up evenly for me. The tofu, I'm just going to use this organic tofu. It's extra firm. I got this at Whole Foods, but use whatever kind of tofu you like. The extra firm is just my favorite personally. Now I'm just going to cut this in half because I don't think I need to use the entire brick, and I'm also just kind of drying it a little bit because when it comes in the package, of course, it's covered in liquid. And yeah, I'm just going to use half of this brick here and then cut it into the same size as we had for the vegetables. So I'm just going to transfer all the vegetables I have into this wok, and I'm gonna bring it up to like a medium-high heat, and I'm just gonna start cooking this through. And then I'm gonna add my tofu to this. I just kind of started the vegetables. I just say a couple minutes, got those going, and then I added the tofu, but pretty much everything did go in at the same time. Now I'm gonna let that just cook up a little bit, and while I do that, I'm gonna actually start making a little bit of a sauce for all of this. And I'm gonna use some PB2, and it's that powdered peanut butter. It's really, really good. I'm actually gonna add a little bit of water to it. Now I'm not making it really thick like you typically would do, but I am adding a little extra actually. And I'm gonna make this a sauce though for my veggies and tofu, and it actually came out really, really good. I'm usually always making some sort of peanut sauce, but I've never really tried it with the powdered peanut butter, and it was so good. Totally recommend it. And then I added a little bit of coconut aminos to this as well. I think the flavor of like a soy sauce and peanut butter together is always great. I'm gonna add a little bit of pepper as well as some garlic powder. And I just think that combo, it worked for me, guys. It was so, so good. Once your mix is basically at the end, it's almost done, I would say I cooked this up for like 10 minutes. That was really all it was. And since everything was cut so small, it really didn't take long at all. I just wanted to brown it up a little bit. So then I added my sauce to it. Just gonna like kind of let this kind of all cook in together, just basically heating it up, and we're good to go. That's the end of it. So yummy. So now I'm just gonna fill up my lettuce and make these wraps. You could use an iceberg lettuce, you could use romaine, which is what I'm using, and that's what I had. Whatever it is you want to use, go for it. And I'm just gonna kind of fill these up. And I have a big pile of lettuce, so we actually had a good amount of these. I'd say we had like 6 each, my husband and I, and they were so, so good, guys, so good. Now this is optional, but I decided to add a little bit more coconut aminos on top as well as some chopped up peanuts. I love peanuts, and I just thought with the sauce, it goes good together, give it more of a crunch, yum. And that's my pile of lettuce. We just picked at it for the rest of the bowl. But this was a delicious lunch, definitely recommend it. So ever since Nate and I filmed that Cooking with Kim episode with making sushi with our little device we got, I'm obsessed, guys. I want sushi all the time now. I've had it probably 3 or 4 times since filming that, which really was less than 2 weeks ago. Just saying. So I'm actually gonna do the same thing tonight, and we're gonna prepare up our vegetables first. Use whatever it is you want. Now, I have to be honest, Nate is a little bit better at this whole contraption than I am, and so I'm like, you take over. So that's Nate's hands right there. So you're gonna take your sushi maker, or however you wanna do it, and I will link this below. I do love it. It's super cheap and fantastic, and you guys saw in our episode, and we're gonna fill it up with rice. Have a little bowl of water off to the side, and that'll just keep your hands wet as you're doing it, and it really, really helps make everything not stick to you. And then once he had the rice filled, he actually kind of made a little like spot in each side of it so that we could fill our veggies up. And this technique really does work. So just kind of make a little hole down the middle. And then you're just gonna fill up your roll however it is you want to have it. I'm doing zucchini, carrots, corn, edamame, and also an extra little bit of sesame seeds in it because it's delicious. Why not? Once it's done and you're good to go, just close it up, snap it together, and you're actually gonna then kind of basically screw it down and make everything super compact, and you will have your amazing sushi roll. So you just kind of twist this, make sure it's getting all very tightly compacted in there, and then you just push it out. It's crazy. And why I love this is because I don't like seaweed, and this makes me a sushi roll exactly how I want it, and I don't have to have seaweed. It's perfect for people like me. It really is. Plus, look, it makes like a perfect sushi roll. It's insane, right? It's amazing. And then we're just gonna slice it up into our pieces. It's as simple as that. Now I apologize I did not show the bottle of this, but it's like this Korean sauce that I have been loving lately. And basically it's a soy sauce with sesame seeds in it and some like garlic powder and that kind of thing. So good. So that's gonna be my dipping sauce. Calling it good. How good does that look? I just showed the making of 1 roll, but actually we each had 2.5. So good. That is going to wrap up this What I Eat in a Day. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope this gave you some ideas. And again, everything will be linked below for you guys if you want to check any of these things out. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I truly appreciate it. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. And a little bit of immaturity right here for it.
Technique, you have to use your stomach, so you go, thank you.
Oh man, have a great day guys, and I will see you tomorrow.